Hello world, it is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022, and looking out the window at Defiance, it's kind of overcast today and windy and warmer. I think today is supposed to be in the 50s, and then tomorrow morning it's supposed to start out in the 50s, but then by an evening drop into single digits, so a big temperature change. And anytime you have that big of a swing, there can be some pretty harsh weather, especially wind, so be careful out there. The devotion for today is entitled Incomplete, written by Donna Shaper. And Donna bases her devotion upon 1 Corinthians 13, 9 through 10, New Revised Standard Version. For we know only in part, but when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. And Donna writes, when Alec Baldwin came to the Orient Congregational Church to give a talk on spirituality in the light of COVID, he hit a lecture circuit home run, but then on that awful day last fall when he accidentally shot someone to death, he struck out. The police think he has an anger management problem. The paparazzi attack his wife for her last name. He impersonated the president on Saturday Night Live without mercy. He played a buffoon from high up in Rockefeller Center. He has an edge. When that terrible accident happened during a movie filming, he could only say, I'm sorry. If we ever get to the bottom of what happened, that will be great. The truth is better than conjectures. Was he set up? Was there foul play? Was it just fatigue or laziness or bad training? Was it all these things in some kind of toxic brew that would have poisoned anything and everyone near it? Flannery O'Connor wrote stories about people whose lives devolved to their smallest gestures. Old Mr. Fortune in A View of the Woods loves his grandmother so much that he kills her unintentionally. The young son of a dissolute couple in the river is taken by his babysitter to see a country baptism, goes back by himself, and drowns trying to find his new friend Jesus in the river. Paul assures us we are incomplete. Some things we just don't know, nor will we ever know. And Donna's prayer. We pray for those who are already buckled under the stress of life and guns and fame. We pray to be less scared ourselves. We pray to live partially well. Adam. Donna always has interesting devotions that bring up a variety of different thoughts. And one of the thoughts I had in reading this is we can't really judge situations because we don't know what really happened, nor can we judge people by their initial or their public display of what happened. We don't ever know what's going on inside someone, and we really can't judge anyone on the basis of how they react to things. And the other thing it made me think of is all the odd things that can happen that may in fact be no one's fault. Yes, there probably were decisions that could have been made in a different way, and yet they weren't. Circumstances just become, and yet when things happen, we try to look for reasons, and there's not always a reason. Stuff just happens. I think it's Ecclesiastes that kind of says that. So, lots of things to think about. You can take a look at this devotion as well, or listen to it again on the Still Speaking website of the UCC. Go to the ucc.org, and you can find the devotions on there if you want to read it. And I think they also have a Facebook page that there's running commentary on each devotion. So if you want to engage anyone in a conversation, you can do that as well. Hope you have a good day, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow.